Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Grab a seat, grab a tea, get extra comfy tea. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Yuki Boobuki, princess of all things spooky and ooky, but the only thing scary about me is the rant I'm fixing to go on. I'm just kidding. For the first time in a billion years, I'm gonna put a timestamp if you want to watch the actual Warhammer video. We're gonna have some mandatory bonding time, a small heart to heart. Hopefully this won't take super duper long, but I want to reach, connect, boom, meet you. I made a community post touching on this a little bit for you guys, so I will make a video, or I'm going to tag it in this video. Like I said, timestamp, boop, 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 skip here if you do not care about the mandatory bonded time. It is mandatory, and we are bonding. Anywho's poozies, cut to the chase. So, I'm Yuki Boobuki. I've been streaming for 7 years. I am a disabled content creator. I was in a work accident that hurt my leg very bad. Cannot walk real good. I stream and make content mainly on Twitch. I've been on Twitch for 7 years. I've been on YouTube for about 4 or 5, I think. And I have been YouTube partner for about 6, 7 months. I am a person who suffers from very bad social anxiety and depression. So sometimes I can go through spurts where I make content very consistently and I do a very good job. Sometimes I fall over. I, though, in recent years, doing pretty pretty great, evened out medicines, all that jazz. I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. YouTube doesn't like streaming as much, but I still stream here 2 days a week doing normal everybody is welcome streams, and then I also do 2 membership streams. That will be changing June 1st because I think that I have been doing a lot of work. Starting in June is Fox Girl Birthday Month celebration of Palooza a Fawn, where I will be streaming on Twitch every day but Sunday. So, I'm not a hobby streamer. No, I don't make money enough to be considered a real full-time streamer, but I do full-time make content. And I've been posting like 4 to 5 long-form videos, and I post a short every single day. I'm doing a challenge where I'm trying to get people to know me, get people to meet me, get people to see me, right? Because I'll tell you that I've been streaming for 7 years, but I'm very bad at advertisement, so nobody knows me. I recently went to a meet and greet at MomoCon, and I had several people come up to me and be like, I've never seen you before. So I am trying to be better about advertising, better about posting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. And I will be making some shorts for the posting a short everyday challenge, going over the MomoCon stuff and introducing myself and meeting people properly. But the 2 things are, 1, I don't really consider the amount of work and effort that I put in to streaming means that I consider this a hobby. I do want this to be a full-time job. That's why I work so hard, like it is a full-time job. It makes me feel accomplished. I feel great. I'm sure a lot of people out there, if you are disabled, sometimes you feel like you need something to occupy the space that gives you some kind of normalcy. Normacy? That's a word. In your life, and for me, that is making videos and streaming and getting to talk to people also helps fill the loneliness. The loneliness is killing me. But I do try to take this very seriously. I do try to take y'all's opinions very seriously. I do try to listen to your thoughts, feelings, and stuff, which brings me to the other point. Why, Yuki Boobuki, are you breaking this Bricky video up into so many parts? And that is because this video is 2 hours long. We're about 40 minutes into the video, and I've already made like an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half, give or take 15 minutes in either direction of content. And I'm not even halfway through the video. And if you want, I will take all the parts together and I'll mush them into one big video. And like maybe we can make it like a membership video and you can watch the whole thing start to finish and it'd be 6 hours long. It'd be great. I don't think you guys want that. Okay. And I would like to think that I am adding a lot of spice. I'm adding a lot of content. You know, I'm trying it. I try to talk about all the things. Maybe I make silly noises. I know recently on my orc kick, I have been screaming WOG a lot. I have been told that the G is silent. I don't believe in silent letters. WOG. I don't believe in silent letters. WOG. But yeah, I do that because I thought it would make a better viewing experience. For the normal, everyday, average Joe, average friend, who might be intimidated by a 7-hour-long Warhammer video. I did offer some funny suggestions of I could give you guys a very bad TLDR. I don't know. I'll have to find it and maybe share it one of these times. But, for example, I gave a TLDR about Warframe, completely replacing the story with just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I'm sure if given enough time, I can find a relevant anime that I can watch or have watched that I will turn Warhammer into to break this down and describe it. But yeah, I do that because I thought I do the parts because I thought it would be easier digestible for me. It'd be easier digestible for you because also as someone with ADHD, as people have commented about my ADHD in other videos, like I'm gonna get so far off track. Like at least like taking a break, coming back, and like because these are actually recorded on different days. I actually have not like it's pre-recorded in advance for your viewership. So for scheduling, but I literally like today is Monday. This is going out on Tuesday, right? Like that means yesterday I literally watched the Chaos one. I recorded it on Sunday, came out on Monday. It's a lot easier on me. And I think it also helps me make good content because it helps the juice settle into the grooves of my very wrinkly 500 IQ brain. And I know a lot of you that are gonna watch this are gonna be like, Yuki, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I care so much about streaming. I care so much about your opinion. I care so much about y'all's experience. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to get people yapping in the Discord. I like that you guys are involved. I like that people are suggesting videos. I so desperately want everything to feel like I'm an actual VTuber. And even though I put in all the work and I put in all the hours, you guys are you guys are the community that will fill the rest, right? Like without you guys, I could post a video every day. Don't mean nothing. You guys are what are important, and I want you to know that I am listening. I'm trying. I respect you. I care about you. And I am sorry if maybe things don't always play out as pictured. I lost my train of thought because I did indeed yap. I am now lost to the sauce. Anyways, main point is if you want more live streaming content, please watch on Twitch. If we get enough viewers where I feel like YouTube sustains me a little bit better than Twitch does, I did always say that we will cut back on Twitch, do more YouTube. You know, right now we're kind of in an off balance as I've had more time to build my Twitch community than I did trying to make a YouTube community. So whenever the scales have teetered and tottered, I am always happy to switch the streaming order. But I've been working with like a YouTube statistic analyst, and the live streams just really hurt because I stream for so long. I stream for so long, and then it publishes it as like a 5 to 12 hour video because yes, I very frequently do 12-hour streams, and it just hurts. So If you guys disagree and you've watched this, you're like, I would love it if you streamed more, please type in the comments down below. I'll do it. I'll make it work. I was thinking about moving times and junk and stuff. I don't know. Life's hard. Life's weird. It's all trial and error and hopes and dreams and wishes. It's like, wow, just wish for the best. But yeah, I want to make sure that everybody knows that I give 400 billion%. I give you my whole heart and soul. I try so hard in all the content I make. I try really hard to be invested in Warhammer and not just be like a fake fan. Like, I'm actually playing the games. We're not gonna beat Bolt Gun this week because I have a collab on Wednesday. But I want to beat Bolt Gun before Bolt Gun 2 comes out. We played the demo and it was really fun and I liked it. And I want to be a battle sister or an orc. That's my dream. You know, but I beat Space Marines too. We're working on Bolt Gun. One of my friends gifted me Dark Tide. And that looks lit. I do want 100% Space Marines too and put it on my board. I'm planning a Vermintide collab with my best lady friends. Like, I'm trying. I'm giving you all my energies, and I'm giving you the good vibes. But yeah, welcome on into. We are watching Warhammer Vermintide. We're watching Warhammer. What am I watching? Every single Warhammer 40k faction re-explained. Part 1, the Eldar. This is going to be like part 4 of the video series. Like, favorite, subscribe, hit all of the buttons. God bless you guys, and thank you for everybody who sat through my 12-minute rant. That was just a whole bunch of thoughts. TLDR, because I'll put the timestamp here. TLDR, I love you. I work really hard. I'm not changing the video format because I don't think anybody wants to sit through a 6-hour-long video, but we can make a compilation video for your viewing pleasure if you would like to watch it all in one go. I'm willing to do that. If you guys are like, yeah, when you're done, make a compilation video. Like, I'll make you a 7-hour-long video. I ain't got no problem. I'm just gonna slap them all in there. And however it goes out, it goes out. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I'd make it this far. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Alright. Now I send it off to Bricky. Let's get right into the video. The Eldar!
The Eldar are a race of pointed-eared humanoids that are all psychically attuned to the warp. If we're being meta here, these are space elves, and these elves ruled the galaxy.
Is that like, Elf on a Shelf? That's creepy.
The time the Necrons went to sleep and humanity began to rise. The Eldar's empire was galaxy-wide and lasted.
Okay, wait. So, for the last little bits that we have watched, an actual proper Warhammer recap, Bricky did the intro where he did the whole timeline as like a whole, and it led into the Necrons, right? Which led into the Warp and Chaos, which led to the Eldar, which apparently the Eldar are the reason why the Necrons went to sleep for 1 billion years and then gave themselves space schizophrenia and space Alzheimer's. And then Chaos. I'm not actually really sure how the Necrons went to Chaos. Maybe just the war part, right? I guess. I know how the Eldar kind of lead into this and why they're going to talk about Chaos again in the future, because the Eldar made Slaanesh, which created a 4th Chaos god / goddess / other powerful being. And that's why that comes up later. But how does the Necrons and Chaos equate again? Is it just war?
For longer than any other galactic power that we know of. Their understanding of all things was exceptional. With every single one of them being psychers, they
Space
had the
nerds.
ability to master the warp and use it to their advantage. See, being a psyker is basically like being a wizard, or I guess in this case it's more of a sorcerer, since you are born with the gifts as opposed to learning them. In order to utilize.
I was going to ask what the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer was, and is it literally just wizards have to, like, read wizard books? Also, off topic, but on topic for wizards, has anybody seen that Magic Library game where all the books are on the floor and you have to sort it? I want to play that game so bad.
Realize your psychic abilities, however, you must then reach into the other dimension, into the warp, into hell for that power. So if you were to say, cast Fireball, your mind would reach into the warp, gather the strength to rewrite reality, to then cast Fireball. Now, you might think to yourself, doesn't that mean if you are opening up a power to the warp, you may create a lot of risk to yourself because of all the horrible things we just talked about in the warp? Yes. However, in Warhammer 40k, willpower is a real, tangible thing in the sense that in its own right, it can be weaponized. Being strong of will means being strong of soul, and being strong of soul means you can resist the pull of the—
Are these like original drawings of like the Eldar or whatever? They look very 90s cartoony TV show-y. Like, not in a bad way. Just crazy. Crazy. Also, how many of you in the comments down below think that you have strong enough willpower that you could mess with the warp?
warp that much more. A more inexperienced psyker opens up a hole into the warp that is
that Dark
large,
Ted?
and that hole widens to get more power, allowing evil things to get in. A powerful psyker is able to open a very small hole, but with immense force to get the same amount of power with less risk. The Eldar are master psychers. Every single one of them can call upon the warp, and over millions
They
of
still
years,
look
they
like
have
Master
perfected
Yi
it
from
so
League
much
of
so
Legends.
that they can weave structures out of it. In some species in the galaxy, they utilize the warp itself for interstellar travel. The Eldar ain't having any of that noise. How about we utilize a fancy alternative mode of travel that is substantially safer than the old ones created, called the webway? What about dying? Miss me with that.
What?
We no longer age. And if we do, we can just be reborn like that. Food, water, materials, we make things out of distilled warp essence itself. We sing unreality into cathedrals to dine in. What truly could the Eldari Empire possibly fear? The Eldari Empire's biggest fear was themselves. With a society so perfect, they—
I have two wolves inside me. Honestly, I think that's one thing that I find the most scary about any story that involves immortality, because at what point do you just get bored out of your mind? At what point do you just like I've seen it all, I've eaten it all, I've done it all, I've traveled the whole world, I've touched all the sand on the ground, right? Like I've been there, done that 800 times. Like, especially like example, like movies. They just keep remaking the same ones over and over and over and over again. A lot of times video games don't feel new or refreshing or different. You're like, I've done this, I've seen this, I predict what's gonna happen. I know. Books, there's only so many things you can think of, so many things you could write about, so many things you could do. At what point are you like, that's too much, I'm tired?
wanted for naught, and this led them down dark and dangerous paths. When the base functions of society are no longer a problem for you, you tend to experiment. Perhaps the medium rare steak on your plate would be better if it was elf meat. Hey, I'm not saying we should make cannibalism legal, but like, what's the issue with a little taste? Violent sports is one thing, but how come we don't do sports to the death? I mean, I'm just saying, like, if both participants are willing and clear about it, like, what really is the problem there, you know? Art is in the eye of the viewer, and what is considered art is completely up to the concept of one's own interest. A canvas adorned with the blood of a man wronged is truly the visual poetry that our society needs. Hedonism, with a slow and consistent hedonism, the Eldar slid backwards into debauchery of the sort I cannot discuss on this YouTube video. Murder on stage, delicacies and drugs distilled from one another, the trade of slaves and concubines, and much, much worse. The Eldar physiology has their emotions heightened.
It's them effing space clowns, I'm telling you. Everyone's like, Yuki, why do you hate clowns so much? Look at them. Debauchery. Literally, the definition of debauchery. So bad that these space clowns made their own, like, chaos god of bad stuff. Me and the homies hate
And they can
clowns.
feel more than a human does. So while it can provide lows of pure despair, it can also provide greater highs than you have ever known. And swinging between the two of them was the Eldar game. The Warp took notice of this heavily, and it began to react. On a galactic scale, the debauchery and the hedonism of the Eldar race caused levels of warp storm so pronounced and so volatile that it cut off interstellar travel for all those who used it. Communications between planets was removed, and a nightmarish era of old night began. This continued for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. The Eldar all but removed from the problems being caused as they entered heights of more and more ecstasy. They needed more and more and more. Nothing was ever enough. More murder, more torture. It's art, it's delicacies, it's life. This silence offends Slaanesh.
Now, this was actually a short part, minus my rant. So come here. I know that I went on a randy rant at the start of the video. Thank you for watching the Eldar part. Please leave a like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And I am Yuki Boobuki, hopefully your favorite Big Sister Fox. And for all of you who do not click off the video, I want to thank everybody that leaves a nice comment, everybody that answers my questions, everybody that has been helpful and actually teaching me Warhammer. If you've shown up to the live stream and you explain stuff to me when I ask weird things, who've been patient and caring and all that stuff, I appreciate you. Every little bit helps the streamer keep going. I have a genuine interest. I really like this. I'm sorry, I just read the comment that says I conveniently didn't mention. It means a lot to make these videos and to meet new people and to talk to people and to see how passionate and how much love everybody has for Warhammer, for the series, for the games, for all that stuff. So, honest and truly, thank you. Thank you for choosing me to watch. I hope that I get to see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Be sure you press all of the buttons that YouTube likes, subscribe, and all that jazz. We're trying to hit 5K subscribers, and I'm trying to hit 10 YouTube members. We're currently at 7. So, in June, I'm going to start be making some schools, let's plays, and fun stuff. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. And I will see you guys around. God bless you guys. And bookie boo. Bye.